A cancer diagnosis is hard enough for patient and spouse, but what about the devastation of the news for a child? We hear from a young man who's lost his dad and how he's trying to help other children cope with their loss.
How many of you juggle your job, your children or grandchildren, your finances, and there just doesn't seem to be enough time or rest for that matter? Today we share 5 ways you can energize yourself.
And you're going to need that energy to enjoy this play place with your children. Today Brian goes to Marina Deck in Ocean City to try it out, and he learns one of their house specialties.
And once your stomach is good and full, maybe you'll want to ride across the river. Learn the history of this local landmark and how much time it could shave off of your commute.
And Lisa and I meet in the cornhole competition, but not against each other. You're going to find out who and why we're doing it in the first place. Delmarva Live starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D. Boy,
Wow.
Is it warm today.
It is, but it's almost over. It's almost over.
It is. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow.
It's not going to matter because I'm thinking I might win $317 million.
Going for the Powerball, are you?
I don't know.
$317
million.
I don't understand why people wait until it's in the 500s and 600s when the chances of you winning are even less before they spend.
Well, I mean, you don't want to waste $2 on something like $217 million,
True.
do you?
There you go. So, all right,
because it's more worth
mil.
it when it's $317 million.
All right, $317 mil now. We'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah.
It was an historic day as Master Sergeant Richard Hitchens retired, finally, after 42 years of service. This is actually a Christmas message that he taped several years ago for his family. He is the last active member of the Delaware Army National Guard who served in Vietnam.
Wow.
September of 1969, a little more than a year after he boarded the Trailways bus for boot camp in the first place, he was awarded the Bronze Star Medal with Valor for his actions during a firefight.
Wow.
This man is absolutely amazing. Now retiring after nearly 43 years of service, he wants to continue helping soldiers by working as a counselor out of Georgetown, because there is such a transition when you come back into a normal civilian life. He's wanting to help these kids out. So he's going to be working out of the Veterans Administration Hospital in Georgetown to help people, what's the word I'm looking for? Reintegrate? Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think so.
To get back into society.
So in other words, he's not really retiring.
He's not really retiring.
No. 43
years, that's all.
Wow.
He's got another 20 or 30 under his belt, good to go.
Good for him. Hey, do you remember when the El Galleon Spanish ship was over in Ocean City last month?
Yeah.
Well, it was a success. The town is hoping to invite more ships like this one. The tall ship replica of the 16th century ships that Spanish explorers sailed on to discover much of the New World drew at least 13,000 people who boarded, and almost 2,000 more who just visited, stopped by to get a look at it.
So we're trying to get more of them?
Get more of them in here, because, you know, I guess it wasn't its normal stop. Ocean City wasn't its normal stop. It was kind of like a last minute thing. Yeah. So there's a lot more out there. Bring them on in.
Bring them in. And we should have plenty of water for that to happen, right?
Yeah.
With the sea levels rising and everything. I'm sort of making a joke here, but honest to goodness, it really is a serious issue. As a matter of fact, Delaware Governor Jack Markell is signing into, or did sign actually today, for Sea Level Rise Awareness Week, which begins Saturday. Between the ice caps melting and the global warming or climate change, whatever they officially want to call it now, this is the kind of thing that can happen in your neighborhood, and he's trying to make sure that everybody's aware of it. So the week begins this weekend. It's going to include tree plantings, educational seminars, as well as other events. And by the way, did you know that at only 60 feet above sea level, Delaware has the lowest average elevation of any state, making its 381 miles of shoreline especially vulnerable during rising sea levels.
No, I did not know that.
And it really seems to be coming quicker than they originally thought it would.
Yeah.
They were originally thinking like, oh, the next century or two. Nah, sooner than that. So it's something to get up to speed
and
with.
it just reminds us that we really do need to think more green, to think about saving our environment. And UMes, I think they're going to have to add green to their official university color, because they're installing 2 wind turbines that should be operational by early next year. Now, you probably remember it was just a couple of years ago that they activated a nearly 8,000 panel solar connection system on the east side of campus.
Right.
And there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
So they're doing all this, so they're really going green now. It's funny you should mention the whole wind generator thing that's going on at UMES, because apparently one of the things they're going to have to watch out for at the home of the Hawks is the eagles. There's been some research come out lately. Government biologists are saying that wind energy facilities have killed at least 87 golden and bald eagles over the last 5 years, but they're saying the figures could actually be a lot higher than that. According to a new scientific study, most of the deaths occurred between 2008 and 2012, because that's when the whole wind energy thing really started ramping up, and there were more windmills and everything showing up all over the place. So that's something you just have to watch out for. And some of those eagles have been killed in Maryland.
Really?
Maryland is included on the list of states.
So how do you avoid something like that?
I don't know. I know originally when they were talking offshore, they were saying, well, what about the birds, the migratory birds? Oh, they'll be fine. They'll go around it.
Yeah.
Is there a sign? I don't know. I don't know what you can. You
Warning,
can't put a big cage around.
Windmill ahead.
Go around.
I don't
Merge
know.
right.
Oh well. All right. Well, let's go. Let's talk a little bit more about the outdoors. Get out your bow. You have a bow, right? No, you don't. Yeah. And fishing poles. National Hunting and Fishing Day is this weekend. Now, the event will feature archery and fishing opportunities for people of all ages, kids, adults. It's co-sponsored by DNREC's Delaware Bay Shore Initiative, and it's going to have interactive activities that celebrate hunting and fishing in Delaware. Look at that. You know, when a kid catches a fish, it's just such an awesome experience that you have to take a picture of.
I've got Zach's first fish.
Oh, yeah. Here's the event details. It's this Sunday, September 15th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Aquatic Resource Education Center. That's on Hay Point Landing Road in Smyrna. If you want some more information, go to delmarvalife.com. And guess what? It's absolutely free, so why not go?
You know, before this afternoon is over, you're going to think we're a bunch of tree huggers or something. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, because one of the things that absolutely just rubs me raw is taking Zach out fishing and seeing where somebody's tossed a tire.
Yeah.
Just wherever.
What's up with that?
I hate that. Okay. Saying that to say this, if you're in Wicomico County and you've got some old tires around the house, here's some good news for you. Saturday is a free tire drop-off day at the Newland Park landfill. It is not for commercial businesses. It's only for residents. Passenger, agriculture, and light truck tires are going to be taken. The tires can be on or off the rim, so don't think you have to strip it yourself. They'll take up to 10 tires per resident and vehicle. That's what they'll take. And your driver's license will be checked just to make sure that you live in Wicomico County and for proof of tracking. Now, if you want to know more about that, that's going to be Saturday, the free tire drop-off. There's the number to call, 443-978-0427.
Don't forget your ID. You're going to get carded.
You're going to get carded for your tire.
Yeah. Well, staying in Wicomico County, you know Councilwoman Stevie Prettyman, don't you?
Yeah.
I think we've both
worked for their family at one point or another. Yeah.
Well, she says she's not going to seek a fifth term.
Wow.
She's the last of 3 councilwomen who say they're not running again.
Well, here's my thought. There's a lot of people that may have agreed with what she did, great, but there may be a lot of people that don't agree with what she said or thought or did or voted for. You know what? That's fine. You run for office. Honest to goodness, when I hear people get that adamant, the first thing I do is say, okay, did you vote?
Did you vote?
Oh, you didn't vote? Well, why don't you take the office and then you can really gripe about what's going on. I'll get off my soapbox now.
Oh, okay.
That's just one of my things. When people start like that, well, then you run for office and you do something as well.
Calm down.
I'll
calm
stop.
down. Hey,
Okay.
guess what? I'm getting ready. I'm going to replace this. I have an iPhone.
Are you really?
I'm getting ready to place it with the new iPhone.
Are you really? I didn't know that.
I don't know. I hope so. There it is. The iPhone 5S. Apple announced it will offer actually 2 distinctive versions of the new iPhone. This is the new one, the new iPhone 5 with different colors. You have gold and silver and black, I guess is the other color. Yeah. And in addition to a whole host of other features, including fingerprint identification, so you don't have to put a number or a passcode in. You just, it'll recognize your thumbprint.
What do they call it? Bio something?
Bio, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and for those who maybe don't think they can afford a cheaper one, the iPhone 5C, you can just let your imagination wonder about what the C stands for. It's going to be made out of plastic. It's going to start at about $99 with a contract.
Really?
Yeah, they come out on the 20th of September. So yeah, I think I've had mine for 2 years. I'm ready.
Well, I had to replace Carol's, and I don't know if I'm up for renewal or not.
I don't know.
Well, that might be worth finding out for you. There are a few things that can entertain me as much as a sheet of paper.
Really?
Oh my goodness, I have gotten in more trouble for making paper airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a whole nother topic that will not be
For another
discussing
day.
here. That's a whole nother day. A piece of paper, though, can be very enjoyable, especially for an 8-month-old named Micah. There's Micah. That's the hands of Micah's daddy, who just received a rejection letter for a job that he went for. And Daddy ripped the paper. Micah said, do it again.
Oh, could you just listen to that laugh all day? I could listen to it all day, that belly laugh.
I love it.
Oh, that's a rejection letter, Daddy. That's funny.
I love this kid. I love this kid. Sorry, still ahead on Delmarva Life. Ladies, and let's be honest, men too. Wouldn't you just love to slow down the aging process? Well, we're going to learn a few simple steps that may be able to help, and they're steps that won't cost you a dime.
Plus, keeping up with the demands of being a working mom, a wife, and a housekeeper, it can be exhausting. Do you ever feel like you just can't muster up the energy to get through the day? Well, we have some simple steps to energize your life, and it may be as simple as smelling a certain something.
A little bit later on, are you looking for a night out? Well, if you're heading to one restaurant in Ocean City, you can still bring the kids and enjoy yourself. Now, a new addition is keeping children entertained while parents enjoy some food and drinks. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.